Hey guys, today's video is a watercolor painting of Bulbasaur. I did this because as of February 27th, 2016, Pokemon as a franchise is 20 years old and everybody's doing stuff to celebrate, so this is the first of my celebrations personally. Bulbasaur is a Pokemon that's quite near and dear to my heart. I choose Bulbasaur quite often when I'm playing a new game, even if I don't actually use it in my team. I also quite like the Bulbasaur in the anime. I thought he was one of the first really developed Pokemon characters the show ever had, and every time he returns, I'm quite happy. For this watercolor, I decided to forgo using lines altogether, and I think it turned out way better for it. I don't really know what I was thinking with the Star Versus one, but I realized that that was the first time I'd ever inked something and then tried to watercolor it. And of course I didn't know what I was doing, so that's why I forgot how to watercolor, because I didn't really know how to do that in the first place. So I went back to what I remembered how to paint, and yeah, I think it's turning out really well as a result. I used a lot of washes for this painting, which basically means that you use more water than paint. And I think it worked well, although I had to take a lot of breaks to let it dry because of the amount of water I used in comparison. I'm painting this with the same Winsor & Newton watercolor set that I used in the Star Versus painting, as well as the same paper. I don't think I talked about the paper last time, but it's also Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolor paper, and I'm pretty happy with it so far. This is the second time I've used it now, and it seems pretty good. For 200-pound paper, it actually holds up pretty well, and it seems pretty thick. So that's good. I know I said I would mask the character last time before I did the background, but this time I didn't think I really needed to, because the background was such a large area and Bulbasaur was pretty self-contained. Like, he didn't have any appendages really flailing out or anything to make it kind of difficult to do just a straight wash, so I didn't end up masking it, and it turned out okay. But for the future, I think if I do somebody with arms or just a much less self-contained pose, I'm gonna still mask it. Right here, I'm just going in with the detail brush to get a few lines in, as well as just some really small little shading details as well. I like the liner brush. It's a really useful tool, and it can really liven up your painting after you've done all the washes. Here I'm touching up Bulbasaur's shadow because it kind of didn't appear when I first did the wash. I quite like what I did with the background after I finished Bulbasaur. All I did was really just flick some paint and kind of add to the washes, and I think it had a good effect. Right here I'm just darkening the eyes, and here I'm going in with some white gouache. This time it's water-based, not acrylic-based, so I can go in like watercolor paint and just touch it up like that. Anyway, that's about it for this video, so I think I'll see you guys later. Bye!